What is up, guys? This is Rise, and welcome to another video where I'm going to be showcasing some of my own battles. It's only one set, so it's a quicker video for y'all with a team featuring Mawile, Sableye, and Trevenant. First time I've showcased Mawile with Fairy Wind on the channel. It's new fast move. And I got this team from Dancing Rob, the reigning world champion of Pokemon Go. You may or may, I don't know, if you don't know Dancing Rob, you gotta do some research, but I've got a video for you to watch if you don't know Dancing Rob. But this is a team that he tweeted. I decided to try out for myself, and here we go. Fairy Wind Mawile versus Azumarill here in the lead. And normally, right, with Fire Fang, this would be a pretty bad matchup, but because we're running Fairy Wind, a neutral move, and we have neutral hitting charge moves here, this is not that bad for Mawile. So I land the Iron Head, and I was thinking when I saw this lead, like, I wonder if 2 play roughs is the way, or maybe multiple Iron. And we actually we get one shot. Oh god, we get one shot by the Hydro Pump. That was not good. I figured I'd rather eat a Hydro Pump than shield like an Ice Beam or a play rough. So I decided to tank it, and I could not tank it, as you saw. So Rise over here talking about how it's a better matchup now for Mawile than Mawile just gets one shot by the Hydro Pump. We are going to be able to get off 2 Shadow Balls to draw both shields here. I'm going to charge up here. I elect to shield, which is kind of interesting. I elect to shield. I'm going to overfarm here, try and maximize my energy. The opponent catches on their own Sableye, which isn't the end of the world, because I can overfarm here just a tad and then come out of here with a little bit of residual energy. The Azu just threw a Hydro Pump, so Azu's pretty much dry. Azu does come in. We're going to throw our return here. This will put Azu extremely low. Return, bang, lands, it knocks out, and then we make the catch on the move from Skarmory. So what was looking like a really tough position to start off ends up turning into a win. A few nice plays there to secure that one. G to the G. On to the next battle. And we've got Mawile versus Skarmory. So this actually is, we saw a matchup that's better with the new move. This matchup worse with the new move. Fairy Wind going to be resisted. All of our moves going to be resisted by Skarmory. And although it's the same the other way around, right? We're going to resist Skarmory's moves as well. It's still not great because Skarmory is just so much tankier than Mawile. Its Sky attacks are going to hurt a lot more than our Iron Heads or Play Roughs are going to hurt. We elect to shield our Sableye. I actually decide to bait here with a Foul Play, thinking he might want to shield the second return, but no, he lets it go, which puts us in a really tough spot. Right now, we're going to be down 2 shields. Our other 2 Pokemon aren't very bulky, right? So all shields gone. Now he's just going for Fire Punches. Okay, so Fire Punch. I thought about undercharging that Foul Play, but I thought it was a little bit too risky. I would have had to like almost no bubble that, I think, to have it not KO. I aggressively swap in Mawile here. I do get off my Iron Head on what seems to be a CMP tie, so that's about best case scenario. The unfortunate thing is shields are down, and there's still a Skarmory lurking, and we don't have a whole lot of weaponry to take down the Skarmory. So this is not looking great for us. We're going to get off a Play Rough here. This will at least put Skarm into perhaps like Foul Play-ish range. This Iron Head will put it into Foul Play range, so this is good for us. But unfortunately, it looks like Skarmory might be able to farm down here. No, it expends energy. Okay, so maybe this isn't completely over. And, you know, maybe my only win con would have been... No, if I catch there, I don't think it does me that much good, to be honest. Actually, maybe that was the win con. Oh, maybe I'll rewind for a sec. No, Sableye's too healthy. I keep going back and forth. And then the foul play takes us out. Had to commit to the Shadow Ball there. No point in throwing that Seed Bomb. I wonder if that was the win con. If I could... Okay, so... Let's see. Sky Attack takes us out here. What if we did one Shadow Claw, we caught on Trev. We would have been one off the foul play at that point. If Trev can live the Sky Attack, Shadow Claw down, and then get to a Seed Bomb, I think that's the only way we win. But I don't... Sableye had a move loaded, so... Nah, I don't think it would have mattered. Don't think it would have mattered there, yeah. Just exploring win cons. Something I encourage y'all to do, and something I'll actually mention if you stick around to the end of the video. Tough lead there for Mawile. So you're kind of seeing the pros and cons of this video, right? Of Fire Fang versus Fairy Wind. The Azu matchup became a lot better with Fairy Wind, but Skarmory and G-Fist, two Steel Pokemon, much worse with Fairy Wind, because now Steels resist everything. We are going to commit a shield here to farm down and take back switch advantage here. We can't afford to have our Mawile locked on that G-Fisk. I'm expecting the G-Fist to come back in. It does. I just get off my foul play pretty much right away. Nothing fancy here. Do some chip damage. Get it into like Shadow Ball range. Gonna let Sableye go at this point. And I'm going to bring in Trevenant. Gonna have to take this. We don't know what's in back. G-Fisk is approaching Seed Bomb range. I actually go for the Shadow Ball because I wasn't sure if a Seed Bomb would KO here. And he lets it go, so that's huge. And there's a Swampert in back. This is exactly what we needed to be in back. And props to our opponent for making what I think is a high-level no-shield. Maybe he thought he would live a Seed Bomb and still get off his Rock Slide. Because if he shields a Seed Bomb, I could potentially get enough energy where I simply just double Seed Bomb the Swampert. I thought I might live this Hydro, so I don't bother shielding. And now I know I just need to get to a Play Rough, because this Hydro would hurt Mawile a lot more. And Play Rough should be enough. It looks like actually a CMP tie on the Hydro Cannon, which I think I would have survived, but would have been a little bit tighter. And we get the win. There we go. Tough lead. Always nice when you can come back from a tough lead. Okay. Shadow Victory Bell. This used to be super dominant for Mawile, but now not as much, because we're not doing much fast move damage. We're relying on our charge moves. I'm going to get to 2 Iron Heads here, potentially draw both shields. And then I'm going to swap into my Trevenant. I was a little bit concerned. I have been Sludge Bombed before, but I figured it was probably going to be an Acid Spray and then a Bastiodon swap. So I elected to let it go. Just trying to get my charge move timing right there, and I do time it right, so I should be able to get to 2 Shadow Balls here, which is going to be really good, because if there's a Medicham in back, usually we see this trio, right? Victory Bell with Bastiodon and Medicham. If there is a Medicham in back, my Sableye might be able to sweep here, just by committing my shields. The Victory Bell just unloaded a 50 energy Acid Spray, so we know it probably doesn't have that much energy. Bastiodon does get to another move, unfortunately, but I'm going to just commit my shield here, and hopefully my fully loaded Sableye can sweep. In comes Medicham, and honestly, I think straight foul play is the play here. I should only need about 2 of them, plus Shadow Claw damage to take out Medi, and we're just going to get rid of this Victory Bell. We don't want to eat this fast move damage, because we know we are not really threatened by the Medicham, and that is a G to the G. As we mentioned, a quicker video here. Mawile into Frostlass. In comes a Slurpuff save swap. 2 Fairy Winders going head to head. But we have that Steel typing as well, so this is a positive matchup for us. We are also going to slightly outpace the Slurpuff, since I believe its cheapest move is 55 energy, whereas our cheapest move, Iron Head, is 50 energy. So we're going to slightly outpace the Slurpuff here. Slurpuff has already committed both shields. I know that Slurpuff is still locked in here momentarily, so I'm simply just going to overfarm by 1 and then throw my Iron Head. I guess I could have done 1 more there if I wanted to, but that's all right. And what is going to greet our Mawile? It's a G-Fist, so we're actually going to swap our Sableye, knowing that our Sableye can do fine here. And what was in the lead again? I'm blanking. It was a positive matchup is all I remember. Gonna get off our foul play here. I can hear the comments typing. The frustration. Rise forgot what was in the lead. But it looks like it's a charge move priority event here. Rock Slide will take out our Sableye. Oh, not quite. Frostlass, that's what it was. And we had a little bit of energy left over on Mawile, so I knew I could actually get to this Iron Head and win CMP. Will this be enough to knock out the Frostlass? Bang! Not quite, but it is a CMP, and our opponent actually top left it here because we still have a fully healthy Pokemon in the back, and both of his Pokemon were extremely low. So there you see a positive set to hit 25-37 and hit Veteran with this team. And believe it or not, I hit Veteran with this team on Sunday, everybody. I get to 25-37, which is probably like a leaderboard elo if the elos are at. I had literally on stream today the worst GBL day of my entire career. And that is not inflammatory or exaggerating. So, yeah, you know, there's always those kids in school, right? Like, oh, I had my worst test ever. You're like, oh, what'd you get? There's like a 94. Like, I'm not one of those people. I'm real with it. I won 4 games. So the first set, I go 0-5 mainly because I was using a kind of a silly team of Zweilous, Beedrill, and Zweilous, Beedrill, and Tentacruel. So we didn't really have much play. We kept running into double steel teams, lots of Skarmories, G-Fisks, Reggie, and we just got wrecked by a lot of team comps. So 0-5, we were having fun, but I'm so competitive in games that, like, even when I'm fooling around with a silly team, if I go 0-5, I still get frustrated. And we switched up teams back and forth. Like every 2 games we were switching teams. And I had another negative set, and I just got hard countered a lot. So I'd say maybe the first, like, 8, 9 out of 10 games, we just did not have good team comp, right? But I also could have played better. There may be 2 games there that were winnable, but they weren't necessarily games that I'd say I threw. They were probably games that if I played perfectly, I could have won. But I think the culmination of 9 games losing of frustration affected my mental state to the point where I was internally frustrated. I don't show it, like, I don't throw chairs across the room or smash my keyboard like other like content creators for other games do, but I get like internally frustrated where you can tell I'm probably like lesser enthused. And I think we go like 1-9 the first 10 battles. I'd say large part due to team comp. But then for the remainder 15, I can remember at least like 4 games that I feel like I probably just straight up threw because I was not counting like I normally do. I was not like anticipating and being ready to react like I normally am. I just had like a negative frame of mind, and I let 2 really bad sets impact me. And it's also tough when you're on stream, right? Like I had all these I had lots of things going on, right? I'm trying to interact with chat. I do have these new sound alerts, and I had like all these sounds going on, and not making excuses. In the end, I just played really bad, and I had my worst GBL day ever. But we go from 25-37. Literally, I think I'm in the 2290s now. We dropped, that's not quite 300 points, but like 250-ish points in a day. after climbing it, after climbing more, not climbing that much, but climbing to veteran in a day or two. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that even myself, who, not to be like, oh, like I'm this or that, like even someone that's probably one of the better battlers in this game has a horrible day. That was probably the most horrible day I've ever had in GBL today. Hopefully that doesn't happen again anytime soon, because it was not fun. It was not fun. We are gonna hopefully always win more than 4 games in a day of GBL. But there you see, 25-37 on the screen. I'm sharing with you the positive moments on the channel. I also wanted to mention this side note at the end of today's video, not only because it's a shorter video in terms of the battles, but because if you guys want to see that as a YouTube video where I clip some of the sets, either with my, like, let me know in the comments if you're still around. I appreciate it. If you want to see just the battles clipped in my shoutcasting and seeing like what I could have done differently, or if you want to see just like the stream taken from Twitch on YouTube in clips, like the live reaction of me just mauling and losing so much, like Rise, my worst day of GBL ever. Yeah, let's let me know if you want to see that. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, comment down below. All comments are appreciated. They help out the YouTube algorithm. All that said, thank you for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.